Hey guys, before we get into the episode today, I wanted to hop on to let you guys know some of the offerings we have here at DVI. Firstly, we have an upcoming retreat this August. It will be an in-person retreat in our facility in Mantin, Malaysia. It'll be 2 weeks long with Dhyan Vimal himself. So you get the opportunity to learn directly from him and ask him all your questions. Our facility in Mantin is absolutely beautiful. It's on an 8-acre orchard, so that means tons of fresh fruit. We have a beautiful saltwater pool and tons of wellness activities for you to enjoy. If you're interested in the retreat, we'll link it all down below. But if you guys are looking for something more preliminary, something you can do from your home, we have a ton of online courses which you can find on our website. Firstly, we have the LSDL program, Living a Self-Determined Life program that happens every weekend and is completely free. You just need to sign up on our website. We also have the 6 Ride program, which is a self-study course. This one is also available on our website. It's a paid course, but you get a little bit more of an in-depth learning. You guys are also going to be hearing this first, but we will soon be announcing a 2-day Lessons in Meditation online program with DB himself. This will be happening on the 20th and 21st of July. It's totally free. You just need to sign up and we'll hopefully see you there. Okay, enough of my yapping. Let's get back to your regular scheduled programming. We're going to talk about jelly, jealousy. So it's this green-eyed monster. You know, we all feel it. We can't help but feel it. We're only human. But jealousy and inspiration thread the same line. But jealousy is a very negative version of it. What do you think comes from within us to overindulge in jealous feelings?
I think I'm the wrong person to ask as an example. You can ask my view about it.
Your view.
I don't know whether I felt it, I think I fall on the other spectrum. I get inspired. I think jealousy is when you don't get inspired. Jealousy is the other is a condemnation of you. Condemnation of you, not condemnation. Condemn. No?
As two dyslexic people, we can say condemnation.
Condemnation of you. I think jealousy is when you look at somebody and you really think, I can never be that. And I need to destroy it. If not, I'm destroyed. Jealousy, I think, is a very negative emotion. It wish you are not. It is not, I wish I had. I wish you didn't have. So I don't have to feel this bad. So I think jealousy, you said it. Jealousy is when inspiration is missed. If not, whatever somebody does, whatever somebody can be, you can wake up to be that. Or you can be happy to say, man, that's not me. I'm this, you are that. No? And I think jealousy, more than how it affects another, it destroys oneself. Because it's telling you, it's reminding you, you can never be that. And whoever feels jealous, I think, is really hurting themselves more than the person they are jealous about. They are saying, I can never be that. Or, unless I have it, unless I am like that, my life will not improve, then you're condemning you. You see, I don't know why this memory came to me. I was in LA. I met Serinda's friend. I think he's the most handsomest guy I've met, and I'm not the kind of guy who will look, I don't know what, he's an actor, I can't remember his name. I don't think I kind of look at guy and say he's handsome or something. I've looked at women and say, oh my gosh, she's beautiful. But this guy...
Guys, everybody, he's not gay, okay? He's not gay.
I'm not. I wish I was, but I'm not. Now, I saw this guy. I remember looking at him and I'm going like, he looks like a Greek god. And I was like, whoa. Yeah. I normally don't. I was with Serinda, and Serinda said, I think it was Serinda's friend. No. And what I felt was, wow.
Yeah.
There was nothing else. I was like, wow. Until today, I look at him, I'm going like, that's how a real male specimen must look like.
That's a species.
I might not look like that, but that doesn't matter. But that's how a specimen must look like. Did it condemn me? No. I still think I'll be loved for who I am. I still think I will get whatever I want to get the way I am. I'm happy for him. I can never look like him. I can never be this guy. This guy is like, he's the dude. He's the supermodel. He's the god. Not only gorgeous, he was a nice guy. And then he looked at me and said, I admire your beard. I looking at him and like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? And he said, but then he said something when I listen to your talks. I'm like, I like you even more. No, but is he a good looking fella? As good looking as I would like to paint him. If I make a movie, I'll put him in. He's all of it. But what does that got to do with me?
Mm.
And I was happy about myself. I was not in the sense I'm like, I can be happy that you have something I can never have, as how I know I might have something you can never have.
Mhm.
So jealousy also the inability to be happy for another. But I think what you are talking is not jealousy. I think you're not talking about jealousy. I'm talking about people abusing you,
Mm.
that you feel like jealousy. When people say, I have this, you just, is it this guy? I use this guy as an example. I wish I knew his name. Sorry, that will remind me. He's a famous actor. I should know, but he did not use it against me. He almost came up to me and said, I admire your beard, because he was trying to grow a beard for some movie or something. And then he said, I love your talks. So jealousy, you're not talking about jealousy, an internal thing. It's very evil. It's green-eyed monster. What you are feeling is when people have say, I got this, you don't have, you will not make it, I will make it. That privilege they exert by taking away your privilege is what you're talking about. I've never seen you jealous. I can maybe see you like whatever lah. But I don't think what you are saying, and the people who are listening, I think a lot of you are mistaking jealousy, that you think you are jealous, for people condemning you for something you probably inherently don't have.
Mm.
Or they make you feel like you don't have and you can never have it. That is why they say the greatest compliment is somebody is jealous of you.
Mhm.
So jealousy is something else. No? Jealousy is a collapsed human being. Jealousy is somebody who cannot imagine anything more. Let's say this guy is this gorgeous guy, a beautiful, handsome guy, you know. Um, but I am not condemned by his look saying, I will not be liked, I will not be admired. No. So he
Yeah.
is not provoking that. So I don't think you are actually talking about jealousy. You're talking about people provoking you to be jealous. And they are triggering that sensation because they want you to condemn you. And that is their victory. Because jealousy is a byproduct of a dead soul. I don't think you can be jealous. You actually inspired negatively sometimes.
Mm.
I also need to go get that car. Right? She got a car, I need to get it. Because if I don't get the car, she's going to make me less. Then you think that emotion is jealousy. I don't think you are jealous. I don't think
I
so.
don't think I am that jealous of a person anymore. Maybe when I was a bit younger, a bit more unhappy with myself in my teens and all that, I'd feel very jealous of like, oh my gosh, that girl has a perfect body. Oh my gosh, she's got this like cute boyfriend, like all of those things. But now it's more like it might not always be what I the first feeling, but I try to like if I see somebody and I'm like, she's so pretty, I'm like, I'm a little jealous, but no lah, it's so nice that she's so pretty.
There we go. So I don't think you are jealous. I think people want to provoke jealousy. Do you know in some religion, and I know in my Malaysian culture, in Islam and the Malay culture, you are not allowed to provoke somebody's jealousy. You're not supposed to behave in a way that the other person feel condemned. And that's a good courtesy, right? And what they are doing is provoking your jealousy. But if you want to talk about inherently is somebody jealous, there are. There are self-condemned human beings. They are dangerous. They are the one who will smile you, will stab you in the back. They are the one who will overthrow you. You see the politician. You see from Stalin to all the dictators, there were fellows around them, eventually took over. What happened to Mao? What happened to everybody? They are the people who are smiling as though they are their friend, and those guys deserve what was coming for them. But purely jealous. Jealousy is they want your position. Jealousy is they want to be you. Jealousy is they will do anything to come. And it always comes with sabotage, with backstabbing. So somebody once said to Appa, somebody said, I was talking about one guy who's a priest. He was with Appa, I was learning, I was teaching him astrology, he was studying many things with me. And then I didn't see him for a while. And I heard he was doing some nonsense. So I asked somebody, what the hell is he want? What is he doing? No, master, he's not learning from you. He's trying to be you. I'm like, what?
Mm.
I'm like, why he wants to be me? Why don't you just do what he does? He says, no, he wants to be you. And that's jealousy. He thinks as himself, he will never get anything. He has to imitate somebody else. And in order to imitate somebody else, he has to even destroy that person. That's jealousy. So really understand what jealousy is. What you are feeling is a sense of condemnation. Condemnation. You are sensing an attack. How many people in your life, you pray they will become rich? You are too young. You have to pass the stage of being real that we talked about earlier. How many person, Anba, you will pray if they become rich, I'm happy. There are many people we pray they shouldn't become rich because the moment they become rich, you're the first person they'll attack and make feel bad. Right? Think about it, Anba. There are some people, if they're going for an award or something, please don't let him win because I can't live with this fellow afterward. There are people who says he made $10 million. You go like, yeah. You go knock on the door, hey, buy me a drink, man. Hey, come on. That's the guy. That $10 million is not a reduction or he's not condemning you by it.
Yeah.
It's just him. He even opens the door. But there are people you don't want that to happen. You go like, oh my God. Can you imagine? Let's not go there. I was about to make fun of Trump. Let's not go there. Like, can you imagine some people, if they have it, the rest of us are dead. It's like there's a beauty contest and one girl that's a real whatever girl and she gets number one. You know, all of you are not number two. You are number 202. And she's going to push it and do it and provoke you to feel jealousy. That's not jealousy. That is assault.
Yeah. I think it reminds me of Natasha. She's an old best friend of mine.
Yeah.
For those listening, you know Natasha.
Singapore,
yeah.
Okay.
She's living in Singapore now. And every time she comes back to Malaysia, she'll be like, I'll pay. And I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, you're going to pay with that Singapore dollar. And I'm just happy for her to be earning so much money and we can laugh about it. Obviously, I would never be like, you have to pay for me. But it's just like I'm not jealous of her. I'm so happy for her. She's got a nice boyfriend now. I'm like, you better marry him. He's so nice. And she's like, really? I'm like, yes. And I also want to meet someone like that, but I don't feel jealous. I feel so happy.
I think I feel a bit jealous, but I cannot relate with these examples, Anba. These are 20-year-old examples. I'm kidding. I'm going back to remember. Good for you.
But that's also what she brings out. She also sets that out,
she's not jealous of you. If tomorrow you go win Miss World, she will be the first one cheering, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she wins, same thing.
Same. And that's always something that I felt with her, that whatever my secret hopes and desires, if I share it with her, I know she's not secretly hoping I don't get it.
Yeah.
I know 100% if I get it, she feels like she got it too.
Do you know who's a friend? You discover who's a friend. If the best thing that ever happens to them and makes you look like a loser, you're happy for them.
Yeah.
And you will never feel like a loser.
Yeah.
So now, hang on. Let me just clarify this. We use this terminology which belongs in the psychiatry, psychologist, therapist, what do you call that? Therapist handbook, We use the word jealousy. I think we are using it carelessly. I think jealousy is something else. What you're talking about is people condemning you, people telling you can never have it. If you don't have this, you'll never have it.
Yeah. I mean, think about... Pause for editors. Would you be okay to talk a bit about what happened to you when we went to Australia? Are you okay to talk about it?
Little bit, yeah.
Little bit? We don't have to get into it deeply. Okay. And behind the scenes for editors. Talking to Helena and Anba here. Okay. So if you think back to that time in 2007, when you had a bit of trouble, it stemmed from jealousy, right?
Right.
Against you?
Yeah.
Can you talk about it? And how people who couldn't share your success.
You know why I'm very reluctant to talk about it? They don't mean anything.
Yeah.
You see, what happened was, many things happened. I was trying to elevate, this was my job, I was trying to elevate people to where they can be. They couldn't be. And they failed, and they probably held me responsible for it. They were angry.
And they were jealous of your success, jealous of how far you had come.
And also that time I had a biodiesel company. And that company was a $2 billion ringgit company, 2 billion, but 2 billion ringgit like that, 6, 7 plant. I was building a biodiesel company, so of course, it's jealousy. It is. I don't even want to acknowledge, because I think they're stupid. But it was jealousy. What was the jealousy or not? They never believe they can reach there. The only way for them to even have an identity to destroy that. Because they have used me as an identity. You understand? I supposed to remain. For them, all gurus must be poor. All gurus must be less than the disciples, so to say. And here I come along. I started getting 180 acres of land, and I started building a biodiesel company, and I started having partnership with many people and government but I tell you, I take the responsibility. I should have not been so naive. I should have not been naive to think they'll be happy for me.
Yeah.
I should have not been naive to think they will like.
But those, I feel like that lesson, right, of thinking that, hey, I'm happy for you, what? I'm so happy for you. Whatever you get, I'm happy for you. Hey, how come you're not happy for me? That is like, that's the worst.
Misplaced sincerity on my part. I'm like, hey, I'm cheering you on. Why won't you cheer me on?
Yeah.
And I'm not depending on you. I'm doing this independently. This is mine to do. You see, it goes very deep. See, whenever you are with anybody, they form an identity using you, provided you remain the same. It's like this. I go back to my hometown. A lot of my friends are probably not that educated. I get a Harvard degree. I stand there. How? He formed an identity using one another. Now you change, his identity is at a crisis. And by reflection, he became stupid. Before this, he didn't feel stupid. You were two same guys, two same high school. You came out, you're running around doing the same thing, earning a little bit more and less. Marginable. You can dismiss it. Suddenly you go, you become a millionaire and you become a Harvard grad and you do this and you come back home. By reflection, I remember buying a very nice car, a sports car. I didn't know. We live in a small. That's why you should live in LA. Nobody gives a damn. There's Bentleys and Rolls Royce and everything everywhere. Here, there's not. And suddenly you buy. By reflection, what happens? So, in some sense, I should have had the sensitivity.
But I'm wondering, right, what is the line we thread in all of this, right? I also I never like to show off if I get a new handbag or I get a new piece of jewelry. Like, I'll share it with my girlfriends, the close friends who I know will be happy for me and not jealous for me. But I don't share it with all my close friends. I just keep it within.
Then that's where the wrong is, I think I will go this way. Even though I say I should have been more sensitive if I wanted to keep that community.
Yeah.
But I actually had to go through that to realize I don't want to be part of you guys. I want to be with people who will cheer me on. Tomorrow I get 2 more Bentleys and a Rolls Royce and a Aston Martin. Aston, not Austin.
Not Austin.
Okay, Aston.
You could also get like a Maserati blue, like navy blue with like a drop top.
Suresh said I should get an Aston Martin. He said, Master, that would be the car for
you could also just get like a white Porsche convertible and I could take it off your hands. No problem.
I can buy it for you. No, he said, Anba, if I buy that, if let's say it creates any kind of reaction in somebody, they are not my friend. And at that time, if I take responsibility, I was not in a space to face that truth, that these people that I think I'm close with are actually not. So more than their error, I take it as my error.
I think
even though they did so many things, yeah. I know I could have got killed.
No, of course you need to kind of take your responsibility.
I could have got killed. But I'm telling you this, but I tell you the biggest responsibility is I should have known, no, you guys are not my friends. You guys are not somebody who are close to me. You are actually somebody who can be jealous, that you are a jealous human being. So if you ever get to know somebody has jealousy, you have to stay away from that person because it won't be long. Because jealousy is triggered when you reflect something about that person that the person cannot have or is not willing to have. The only thing they can do is wish you dead. Wish you dead. I remember what Osho used to say. He talked about the green-eyed monster. He said, I'm here to trigger your jealousy. I'm like, why would you do that? But that was his game. He had 99 Rolls Royce. It's like this, Namba. You sit and talk to somebody, you somehow allow them to feel they're as intelligent as you. And then they're kind of feeling cool, they're intelligent. Suddenly, you show you are more intelligent. You have accidentally made this fellow feel stupid. And he is going to mount a response. He's not going to take, thank you, oh my Lord, that you have made me feel stupid. I'm elevated now. I shall go and increase my intelligence. He's going to say, what the hell? Who the hell you think you are? And it won't stop there. If he's a very responsive person, he will attack immediately. If not, they will wait. Our whole history is built by jealousy. From Caesar getting killed to everything betrayed by the people that are closest.
Yeah.
Right? Think about it.
But like how do we figure it out, right? Like I want to be proud of what I have, but I don't want to be a show off either and trigger other people's jealousy.
No, somebody said this. They said,
Say it.
no, like they said even Bob got beaten up
Yeah.
because some of the workers were jealous that it get to hang out with. I was like, what?
The dog.
It's a dog. They said, somebody says, who beat the dog up?
Somebody beat the dog.
It ended up in emergency and all that. This is because of jealousy. I'm like, you can be jealous of a dog? I don't know to the depth somebody is jealous, Somebody is jealous of somebody's hair. Anba will never have that problem, but somebody is jealous of hair. Somebody is jealous of somebody's something. I'm telling you, jealousy is a symptom of something deeper, Somebody who wants to ruin you, take over your life, use you to make themselves feel better. And I think a lot of people are being ruined by that. Tell a story here. I had your mother's mother, that means your another grandmother, your mother's mother. She had a bit of a mental condition at one point. And she was going through menopause and she lost it big time. She has to be institutionalized. She came back home and she was sitting quietly. I must have been like 15.
Amma's grandmother.
No, Amma's sister.
My mother's
my mother's elder sister.
Oh, your mother's elder sister. Got it.
Not your mother, my mother. Let's not confuse whose mother.
Okay.
My mother's elder sister, she kind of had a breakdown, had a mental condition for a while. And I must have been 15, and she was sitting, I went to visit her, she was sitting there quietly. We knew she just came back from the asylum and all that. Everybody's a bit like, suddenly she grabbed my hand, pulled me, made me sit next to her, Anba. I was sitting next to her. She looked at me for a long time and suddenly she said, promise me to marry a beautiful girl. I'm like, oh? I'm like, promise me. I'm like, okay, I promise I'll marry a beautiful girl.
No problem, I can do that.
I can do that. I'm like, then I was sitting for a while and I had to ask her, why? She said, if not, she will be jealous of you. Maybe she thought I was nice looking at that age or what. But I think she's talking about herself. A wife can be jealous of the husband? I was like, what? And her husband was one of the most good-looking men on earth that I've met till today, my Parepa. He is Omar Sharif, he is the stick fighter, Anba. He's the martial artist, he's the bodybuilder,
It seems like you've been finding a lot of men attractive in this episode.
Yeah. No, he was my martial art teacher. He was my martial art. He's the man. And she was stunningly beautiful.
Yeah.
My mother's sister, she's like, but it was very interesting when she said, because she suffered jealousy over the husband. And she had a lot of issue with him. And
she was jealous of him.
I think so. That's my analysis. Because she said, please marry a beautiful woman. I'm like, why? If not, she will be jealous of you. She's just projecting it onto me. I was like, because you know what? I was learning martial art with him. I was bodybuilding with him. I was kind of his mentor. He was my mentor. So maybe she thought I'll end up him or what. So can a wife be jealous of the husband? Can the husband be jealous of the wife? That I've seen. If the wife is more successful, I've seen husbands ruin the wife.
Yeah.
I've witnessed it. So what is jealousy now? I want us to be very careful, even though this is a very casual discussion. Triggering jealousy, making you feel less and you responding to it, that's one thing. Jealousy itself is something. It's an inherent quality.
And is it a quality that exists like regardless?
Yeah. It's a self-condemned state. It is a state they believe I can never get it. And it could be a childhood trauma. But they have already, if I go see Van Gogh, if I go see Vermeer, if I go see, actually for me, Rembrandt, I'll be jealous of Rembrandt. You know why? I'm confessing I can never paint like him. But I'll never become jealous. You know why? I worship him. I'm just so happy that I get to see. Do you know what Van Gogh said when he saw the painting of Rembrandt? It's called The Jewish Bride. I think you were there. He'll be hugging he's a portrait of a man and a woman. It's called The Jewish Bride. He said, I'll give 7 years of my life to just sit another day to look at it. That's not jealousy. He probably is confessing he can never paint like Rembrandt, but that's admiration, that is worship. So I cannot get jealous of Rembrandt because I can worship him. Yeah, because I'm not trying to be him.
And because it's not triggering an inadequacy within you.
No, even if he triggers my inadequacy, he's just triggering my uniqueness. I can't do what he's doing. But I don't know whether he can do what I can do. He cannot make a mess up like me. You understand?
Yeah.
It's non-comparative. It's the ABC. But I think this is a very important episode, that people do some more study on jealousy a little bit, because you will get stabbed at the back.
Yeah. No, I think that's also where your heart breaks a little bit. I mean, when I was in my last relationship, he was so jealous of me and I could not accept it. Yeah. Every one of my friends were like, this person kind of hates you. Yeah. And this person is so jealous of you. Everything from the way I dress to my job, everything would have something to say about it. And I was just like, maybe they're right. Because you are naive to think that maybe this person is on your side.
But he's also complimenting you. He's saying, wow, you are so much more than me. And say, thank you. Take it that way too.
Thank you,
don't
bye.
Engage buy. Buy. The word is buy.
Yeah.
But I think, for younger people, I think people are not deliberately going home and plotting to be jealous, It is an emotion, a reaction that happens. They can't help it.
Yeah.
They can't help it. And when they cannot help it, all they can do is destroy. So you are around somebody who's cheering you to be destroyed. Take it in that light. But I want to give you another perspective. Like, I'm a boy from a fishing village who came without a cent, who kind of built myself up. And one day I'm sitting at the point of making $1 billion. Will it trigger many people? You bet. Most of the people that are close who think they were similar. Me going there, they feel. That is why they say success, you are alone on the top. Success is an alone journey. It's not, it's supposed to be alone. By reflection. Like if you take Anba and your mother and all that, if I go make $100 billion, they will not be surprised. They're like, most of your mother, she will not, I'm sure he will do. He can get it done. There is no comparative. There's no comparison. The problem happens when you think you're similar. Right? I cannot be jealous of the guy who broke the 100-meter dash. Because I'm not in that zone. But if I go and I hit golf with Anba or with Suresh or something and they hit better than me, I can feel jealous because I think we are same. How come you're
Exactly.
And that assumption is wrong.
Yeah.
But in my case, I won't get jealous. I say, teach me, man. What the hell?
Yeah.
And let's say he is exceptional. He has something I can never have. Then so be it, lah.
Then God bless you, lah.
Then I have something exceptional that you don't have. You bless me too, as I bless you. But I think where I want to take this direction and going is, it's a real thing,
But I also think it's something you can mediate.
No.
You don't think so? I mean, I think about going to dance classes. I can get extremely, extremely competitive. I have to be the best. I have to be number one. If I'm number two, I fail the dance class. I'm going to storm out of the class. Okay, let's manage that. But when I watch my teacher dance, she's better than me. But I have no jealousy. I'm like, wow.
No, I think you are defending against being condemned. You are experiencing the pain when somebody becomes better than you and weaponizes that against you. I think because I've seen you admire people, I've seen you celebrate people. But I wanted to say something that's not very important. I said you are so afraid of people being jealous of you, you run yourself down.
Yeah.
Here, the young people, stop it. Don't you dare. I know you'll make yourself less beautiful. I know, I have known daughters who make themselves less beautiful because the mother thinks she's the prettiest. So you have the fear of people being jealous of you. Because of that, you ruin your life. Listen to me in this. Now show off more. Provoke the jealousy, but get the hell out.
Yeah, but it also can affect you badly, you know. I remember when I was in school, just because I had like a certain look about me and all that, the teachers would condemn me too. I think back and I'm like, how could you do that to me? I was 13 years old.
Yeah.
But the way they would condemn me from their own insecurity, their own justice, some maybe they say, you're young, be careful. But I don't, there may be one.
No, it's there. That's what I'm saying. But now what you got to do?
But it hurt me.
No. The way to overcome the hurt, now be fabulous. It's like this, you know. You go and watch and see how much you hold yourself so that you don't stand out and what? Ruffle. What ruffle? Ruffle.
Ruffle.
You don't ruffle people. Let's ruffle.
Let's ruffle some feathers.
Let's ruffle big time. To me, it's very simple, but I'm a bit more boisterous in that manner. I'm like, really? That's okay? So you want me to quit so you don't feel jealous? Okay. Now let's go there. Let's just go. That would be one approach, but I'm also saying be careful too. But I'm saying the biggest thing that I want you to not do, that you're so afraid people will be jealous of you, you pull yourself down.
Yeah.
Unacceptable. And I speak as a father, brother, to all the young people out there. I'm sure your parents will give you the same advice. Don't you dare reduce you to make some idiot feel better. Don't you dare hold yourself back, because if you bloom, the other person will feel bad. Don't you dare do that. Now that's your job, to go beyond, declare who's your friend, who's not. If not, just a suggestion, you know. Some people say, I don't want to wear that, it will be too much. I say, how much? If it's too much, what will it do? Or some people might get upset. Let them. Give them a Gaviscon. In Indian, they say stomach burning. Give Gaviscon.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I think this is one of the things I'm only serious about. You're so afraid the others will be jealous and they'll attack you. You are holding yourself back. I tell you, sometime when somebody asks me, why am I overweight, master? I said, if you become thin and beautiful, you think you'll be attacked. You are unconsciously putting on weight to feel safe. Because if you lose weight and you become gorgeous, you're going to trigger jealousy in your family or in your surrounding. In order not to experience that, you're putting on weight.
I think that's really, you hit the nail on that one, because it's like I would make myself show my body less, make myself a little uglier if I'm going to be like alone as a woman walking somewhere. Just cover yourself up a little bit. You want to be safe. But that's not how I would want to be. I want to be a bit more fabulous.
But safety is important too.
But that's the line.
I'm not talking we live in an ideal world. Be safe, but doesn't mean you deny. Wait for your turn.
Yeah.
Wait for the moment. Wait for your... You see, one of the things you have to do, I've seen this, sibling rivalry. I've seen it everywhere. You pull yourself back not to make somebody feel jealous. He is going to feel jealous no matter what. Promise me one thing, that you will not hold yourself back, because if you show yourself, somebody will feel jealous. Promise me you won't do that. Promise me you will learn how to deal with it rightly. You're not going to provoke them, but you're not going to implode either.
Okay, before we end, is there jealousy? Not that exact feeling. Is there any way it can incite us?
Yeah. It's telling you are more than what you are. Get there. Like let's say if I go and see somebody have, like I'm learning golf.
But I'm talking about that ugly jealous feeling.
I'm just what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That ugly jealousy shows either you have to deal with acceptance, or it's time to hit the gym, or it's time to put on the best action possible. right? Is it like if I talk about Sarinda's friend, I'll say this. The only thing I walked away from many years ago, I was in LA. I looked at him and I said, "Good for you, la," because it doesn't mean anything to me. It's a confession too. It's not really something I am into. It's not me. So figure it out. It's one of the most honest emotion. Use it as a tool to reveal you to you. You know, there's even a story. You know, I don't know how far this is true, but I'll tell you. They said even Buddha was actually he didn't die. They said he was poisoned, and the story behind it is it was jealousy. If people can be jealous of a Buddha who's sitting under a tree meditating, who's walking like a beggar in this earth, people can be jealous of anything. And that's more about them than you. Don't let that rule you, but be careful of that because that's an intent to hurt you.
You know, one of my friends, she made such a good point. I was complaining about this other friend that I have. I was like, why did she do it? She's saying this. She's like, you know what, Apshi? You can just say, thanks for caring. Thanks for bothering. That's enough. And I was like, yeah, thanks for bothering. Thanks for taking this moment to think so much about me. That's enough. And I was just like, you're so right.
Yeah. But you talked about the 2007, whatever. I think naive. We think everybody is like you or whatever.
We think everybody will be happy for
People, they have
us.
their own demons to deal with, okay?
Yeah.
So the subject of jealousy, I'm not an expert, just my opinion. And what I want you all to do, explore this word. This is very important because if there's an emotion that can make you hold yourself back, it's time to pay attention, okay?
As RuPaul the drag queen says.
He says,
He says that's gotta be jelly because jam don't jiggle like that. Thank you.
Thank you.